not being vindictive, only genuine land-grabbing cases are being booked, the Chennai Police Commissioner tells NDTV Hindu. Visiting Union Sports Minister to Chennai, Mr. Markin calls for the urgent passing of the sports bill as it's already too late. A middle-aged woman is put behind bars for making a hoax call about a bomb at the Chief Minister's residence today. She tried getting her husband arrested. It's a beginning to saving our coastline. Students act as an environmentalist volunteer to clean up the coast at 28 special spots. And as voices to commute the death sentence of convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination get louder, we bring you the voice of one woman who lost her husband. Welcome to the news tonight on NDTV Hindu with me, Evelyn Matthew. Lots of national news as well, making headlines at this hour. Let's bring you those too. I have no regrets for my tweet on Afzal Guru, says Omar Abdullah to NDTV. The controversy only proves my point on double standards for Kashmir. The Mumbai International Airport's main runway is still not open. It was shut early yesterday after a Turkish plane went off the runway. From treadmills to cell phones, ministers declare their assets. Kamal Nath riches with 263 crores. Antony is the most austere. A 15-year-old is set on fire for rejecting a marriage proposal in Uttar Pradesh, Baharach district. A special report on how child labour is still rampant in the beedi industry in Madhya Pradesh. Estimates say a quarter of workers are under 14. Former Karnataka Chief Minister Yediyurappa and family still enjoy security given to a Chief Minister despite no security threats. And Sachin Tendulkar is out of the first ODI against England with a toe injury, but Ajinkya Rahane makes his one-day debut. With four former ministers behind bars on charges of land grabbing, the DMK has convened an emergency meeting of its legal wing next week, speaking for the first time on the spate of land grabbing complaints and cases filed. The Chennai Police Commissioner, in an exclusive interview to NDTV Sanjay Pinto, denies allegations of a witch hunt against any party or group. The police is carefully examining complaints and isn't rushing to prosecution, the top cop insists, adding that not all complaints received end up as criminal cases.
There are allegations that there is an element of vendetta here, that there is vindictive action, that some are civil disputes where people come to try and settle essentially civil disputes with the help of the police.
No, there is absolutely no vendetta in this handling of the land grabbing issue. I am absolutely sure about it because we do get a lot of complaints. And we go purely on merit of the complaint, and people have used muscle, money and other power to grab land and properties of the innocent. It has happened. And when we get a complaint, we see the evidence in it, we do conduct a fair investigation, and we are proceeding as per law, purely as per law.
The fact that many of the people who are accused of land grabbing are, are politicians, is that a coincidence, sir?
No, I mean, we can call it a coincidence, but then how I look at it is that there is a probability that maybe the power or the money and the government machinery at somebody's disposal are very likely to be misused for such activities. And in Chennai, my experience is that we have different kind of people who have got indulged, who have indulged in land grabbing, and they are not only politicians, but there are real estate sharks. There are other rowdy elements who have taken cover. There are different sections of the society who have indulged in this land grabbing. So we are looking at purely on merit, purely on the framework of law, and we have not seen it as a vendetta at all.
How many have gone past the FIR stage?
We have close to about 200 plus cases. That is the complaints are received, and we do initially a preliminary inquiry into all that before we decide whether FIR to be lodged or not.
How many would have reached FIR stage, sir, out of the 200 odd?
We have 36 cases which have been registered as FIR, and they are under investigation, and a few more are in the process.
Well, just a programming note, you can watch that entire interview with the Chennai Police Commissioner on Corridors of Power at 9:30 p.m. on Sunday, that's tomorrow. Moving on, the Union Sports Minister Mr. Ajay Makhan is a man on a mission, and in his all-out effort to make sports bodies in the country transparent and accountable, he's maybe losing some powerful friends in the capital. But while the minister was in the city of Chennai today, he said that a complete control of federations was not only what they were looking at, but also a proper reworking of the bill as well. He added that the Commonwealth Games scam would perhaps never had happened if such a bill was existent in the first place.
Welcome Makhan ji to deliver the fourth Foundation Day lecture.
That transparency, bringing in transparency into the functioning of sports federation through right to information and more voice of the players, the athletes of the same game in the executive committee of any sports federation with voting rights and good governance principles, which includes the age and tenure norms, is something which is a must as far as cleansing the sports in our country is concerned. So we do not intend to control any sports federations. We do not intend to be intrusive into any sports federation. We do not intend to have the government nominees as office bearer or member of any sports federation. Beyond that, what we are very keen with is to bring in transparency and efficiency into the functioning of sports federation. So we'll rework using keeping these things in mind. And I'll personally speak to all such people who have any apprehensions of any kind.
So BCCI does not depend on government fund. Why they should come into the RTI Act?
Well, I have said earlier also that directly or indirectly, any sports federation getting help from the government should come under the RTI, first of all. Secondly, as I have said earlier also, that the biggest public function they perform is that they select team which is known as India. So when any federation which does the duty of selecting a team which is known as India, I think this is the biggest public function which any sports federation is performing. So its function has to be transparent because they are doing something which is on behalf of India as a country. So this is the biggest public function they are performing. What I am saying is that people of this country have a right to know when you are performing this biggest function of selecting team known as India.
So what is the urgency of bringing this sports bill now?
Urgency? I think we are already late. Had we brought this bill earlier, there would not have been a Commonwealth Games scam. Because had this bill been brought earlier, most of the people who are in Tihar jail, they would not have been office bearer of the Indian Olympic Association.
Moving on, a hoax caller was arrested today for calling the 108 ambulance services to report that a bomb had been planted at the Chief Minister's residence. The middle-aged woman from Sivagangai district was arrested by the city police early this morning. Investigations revealed that the woman made the call in a fit of rage in a bid to get her husband into trouble. The call was from a SIM card registered under his name. Up ahead on the news tonight, Anna Hazare may not want it, but with the public figure status comes security, and that too Z+.